Hi, math enthusiast. I would like to invite you to join us and be a member of Ideology Community. If you become a member, you will help Ideology YouTube channel to make more math videos and to ease logistics expenses. See you all in Ideology Community and get this beautiful Ideology Fun badge and be a member according to your interest as a bronze member, a silver member, or a gold member. We love to see you in Ideology Community. Hi everyone. Today we're going to study probability using permutations and combinations. Many interesting probability problems involve counting principles, permutations, and combinations. In these problems, we will use permutations and combinations to find the number of elements in events and sample spaces. These problems can be complicated, but they can be made easier by breaking them down into smaller counting problems. Let's have example 1. A bag contains 3 red balls and 5 black balls. 2 balls are drawn at random from the bag. What is the probability that the balls drawn are both red? The formula for probability, we know that this is a fraction, where the numerator is the number of favorable outcomes and the denominator is the total number of outcomes or sample space. Let's begin with our numerator, that is the number of favorable outcomes, and based on our problem, this is a combination of 2 red balls out of 3. The formula for combination is here, and we can now change this into the C of 3, this is the N, comma 2, and the 2 is our R. And this is equal to 3 factorial over the quantity 3 minus 2 factorial times 2 factorial. Let us simplify the terms inside the grouping symbol. The 3 minus 2 is now 1 factorial. Simplifying further, our 3 factorial can be written as 3 times 2 times 1. And 1 factorial is simply 1. While the 2 factorial is 2 times 1. We can cancel the number 2 in the numerator and in the denominator. So simplifying the numerator, we have 3 times 1, which is equal to 3. And the denominator becomes 1 times 1, where we can simply ignore our denominator because it is equal to 1. So the final answer is 3. It means the combination of 3 taken 2 at a time is equal to 3. And this number 3, we will substitute in our numerator. There we go. Now, let us go to solve the total number of outcomes or the sample space. Based on our problem, the sample space or the total number of outcomes is the combination of 2 balls out of 8 total balls. The formula of combination is here, and let us substitute the values. So this is C of 8, 2 is equal to 8 factorial over the quantity 8 minus 2 factorial times 2 factorial. Simplifying further, this 8 minus 2 becomes 6 factorial. And then, let us now expand the factorial. The 8 factorial in the numerator can now be written as 8 times 7 times 6 factorial. While in the denominator, the 6 factorial, we can leave it as is, and we will expand the 2 factorial into 2 times 1. The 6 factorial in the denominator can now be cancelled with the 6 factorial in the numerator, while the number 2 in this denominator can be cancelled out with the number 8 in the numerator, and this number 8 becomes 4. Now let us simplify. The numerator becomes 4 times 7, and that is 28. While in the denominator, everything is cancelled, while there is number 1 here, and that 1 can be simply ignored. So the final answer is 28. So the combination of 8 balls taken 2 at a time is 28. This is our total number of outcomes that we can substitute in the denominator here. So we have our answer 3 over 28. This is the probability that the balls drawn are both red. Let us have example 2. A 4-digit PIN is selected. This PIN means personal identification number. What is the probability that there are no repeated digits? The formula for probability is here. So let us begin solving our numerator, the number of favorable outcomes. Based on our problem, this is the same with permutation of 10 digits taken 4 at a time. The formula of permutation is here. P of n, r equals n factorial over the quantity n minus r factorial. And we can write this to be P of 10, 4. And this is equal to 10 factorial over 10 minus 4 factorial. This 10 minus 4 can be simplified into 6, and the factorial is still there. So we have now 10 factorial over 6 factorial here. Expanding the factorial in our numerator, we can write 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 factorial. We can stop in the 6 factorial because we can see that there is a 6 factorial in our denominator. So we can now cancel both the 6 factorial in the denominator and in the numerator alike. And then let us get the product of 10 times 9 times 8 times 7. And the answer is 5040. This value is our numerator, and we can substitute it there. So there we go. Now let us solve for our denominator, the total number of outcomes. And this time, we can see that it is a permutations of 10 digits taken 4 at a time and repetition allowed. In this case, we're going to use the multiplication principle or the counting principle. Thus, permutation can be solved by writing first 4 blanks to represent the 4 digits. Also, the 4 blanks is the number of stages, where each stage we will write the number of choices. It means in our first blank here, we're going to write the number of choices. We have 10 digits from 0 to 9. So it means in the first blank, we have 10 options. On the second blank, also, we have 10 options because repetition is allowed. On the third blank, there will be 10 options also, the same way with the fourth blank. So we have here 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. And this is 10,000. And this value is our denominator, the total number of outcomes. So let us substitute. There we go. So our answer here is 5,040 over 10,000. This is the probability. Now for the fraction, we can simply reduce this to lowest term, and this is equal to 63 over 125. This is our final answer.